everybody knows from the MTV Awards, the dance that there's like a million memes about, where it's like, when your best friend dies, you better not be doing this at my funeral. And he's just like dancing around the stage.
Oh my God.
And that was one of his bigger hits.
Yeah.
Was the song with Sting and Faith.
Yeah.
And he got famous from the basketball tournament. He is constantly getting famous from tragedy. People dying. Yeah. People getting shot.
And what did I say? Demonic sacrifice.
I like to care, but I don't know. Your words can't shake my bones, though. I'm stronger than you know. Your fire can't melt my soul. No.
Do a little chatting.
Yep.
Piss a few people off. A lot more than a few, probably. Everyone.
We're going to piss a lot of people off. But I think we're going to also make a lot of people happy, because we're going to say what they want to say, what they're thinking. We're going to say the quiet part out loud.
If you don't find something to relate to, like, get out of here.
Get out.
Look right in the eyes. Get out. I'm just kidding.
In the shadows, I found my light. In the chaos, I found my fight.
We're excited to announce that we're partnering with GhostBed. Their mattresses are crazy comfortable and super cool, literally, thanks to their patented cooling technology. And they ship right to your door. If you're ready to level up your sleep,
head on over to ghostbed.com/unfiltered for 10% off their already insanely low prices.
Scary low. Hello. Anyways. Hello, and welcome back. Not up to your little burp. Welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered and Unfazed. I'm your host, Tessa.
I'm Heather.
And yeah, no, like you got a little, you got some going on.
To clear the throat.
Some ongoings.
We are going to cover, we're just going to jump in.
Yeah.
We have ADHD and can't stay on task.
Right.
But we're going to cover episode 2 and 3 of Sean Combs' The Reckoning. Because y'all loved it.
My phone on DVD real quick.
And here's the thing. Y'all are going to want to watch this one.
Yeah.
Because the baby oil enters the chat.
The baby oil
enter the so
chat.
hard.
Like.
And many other things enters the chat that I wasn't prepared for.
Right. And
I wasn't
so
prepared
funny.
Because I thought the baby oil was like just a Diddy party thing. The things I learned in episode 3. What? Like,
right.
So y'all are going to want to tune into this one. If you haven't watched the documentary, you should tune in. Mm-hmm. And if you have watched it, you should tune in because we're breaking it down. It just goes a little bit more in depth.
I feel like there's things that like you definitely miss. Like I feel like there's like, but there's a lot, especially so like episode 1 was more so like, you know, basically
setting
covering the early childhood, like the setup of who is Diddy, who is he, right?
Where did he come from? What made him
exactly?
Who he is?
Why is he the way that he is?
Right.
And I feel like episode 2 and 3 really gets into like I would call it like. It's not the dessert. The last episode is definitely like the cherry on top. But episode 2 and 3, I would really say is like the meat of the documentary. Yes. There's just so much information that you learn from the jump. And this is where Tupac and Biggie really are introduced in. It's where Suge Knight is really introduced in. It's also when, oh my gosh, I can't remember that producer's name. You know who I'm talking about. The boy that worked with the Justin Bieber thing. I know you finally saw that. The one that said that Diddy raped him. He was a producer. He had a lot of scenes. He had a ton of scenes and it was just him talking. But I can never remember his name.
I don't remember.
He's introduced in.
That's the thing. That's why we're saying to watch this because there is a lot of jumping. It's done really well, but there's a lot of jumping like from present to past to in between.
There's a lot of jumping back to the 90s and then like present and then 90s and then and then like not present but like within the past like 5-ish to 7-ish years. Like
so episode 2 kind of starts right into because episode 1 they're ending where Tupac's like entering the picture. Right. Well, he was already like big in his own right, but he was entering the East Coast, West Coast thing, but they were all cool at this time.
Yeah, everybody was cool.
And then obviously, as we are learning, Diddy is like a narcissistic, sociopathic, like
100%
maniac.
100%.
And you learn through this. And here's the thing is with the documentary, it is not, I don't feel like it's hateful, just like an attack on Diddy.
No, I feel like very it's factual. Informative. Yes. Yeah, it's very not, informative.
There's a lot of good talk. People are like, he was very good at this. He was very successful. Yeah. He was very smart. Like, it is not like
no one was going to out hustle him. That's just plain and simple. You know, what's going to out hustle him.
He did prove that. Now, did he do it dark and dirty? Sure did. But so Tupac is on the way to New York,
right,
to Bad Boy Entertainment,
right,
and he is
fully thinks that him and Diddy are friends at this point.
Friends, Diddy, Biggie, they're all friends.
Yeah,
they're going to I think they were going to record a song or make a video. They were going to do something. And see, I already it gets so jumbled.
Like when I
try
read
to take
all
notes.
when I watch all of it, I'm like, okay, like
remembering key points,
right?
But he's on the way there, and they kept calling him. One of the guys kept calling him and was like, "Are you almost here? Are you almost here?" And he's like, "Yes, I'm coming." And he's like, "I went, stopped, and got weed.
And he was like going slow,
like,
right?
I'm coming, like I'm almost there, like chill." And he's like, part of me was like, "That's weird. Why are they so like rushy?"
Exactly. And then also, like right as he got there, he called Biggie, and Biggie didn't even know that he was coming.
Yes. And then there was another guy, and forgive us, like it is hard to remember everybody, but one of the guys that was part of Bad Boy was coming out of, or that's right. He called Biggie, and Biggie was like, "Oh, go get him. He's downstairs."
Right. And that so guy tried to go out, and security stopped him.
Comes out of the elevator, and no, that's the robbers.
Yeah.
The
robbers stopped.
He said he got guns pointed at him and were like, "Get back in."
Yeah.
You know, and he was like, "Whoa."
Right.
And then next thing you know, Tupac shot 5 times.
Right.
He had just arrived there. Now, he alleged, Diddy alleged that it was a random robbery. I mean, it just sounds so ridiculous. Yeah. It's a random robbery. Like, no one knew he was going there. And these guys are in front of Bad Boy Entertainment where they know a bunch of gangsters are.
Right.
And people are probably carrying. Exactly. And they're going to do a random robbery. And then Tupac proceeds to say, "I had an $80,000 Rolex on." That was still on my wrist.
Right.
After I got shot.
Right. So you weren't trying to rob.
They didn't take anything from him. They should have at least pretended to take something from him.
You should have actually taken stuff from him.
Like anything.
Like, who cares if you dump it outside? You should have actually taken 100%. Something from him. Throw it in the gutter. Like, okay, first of all, something really just, like, pisses me off when people are really bad criminals. Like, you're bad at it and you're still getting away with it. And that's, like, that's so irritating.
That is irritating. Like, I feel like it's so obvious, but people are going to say, well, that's in hindsight. It's like, no, it's not. That's
in foresight. That's right in front of you.
That's right in front of you.
You're like, they got robbed. But they didn't
take anything. They just shot him 5 times.
They just shot him 5 times? Crazy. Which is not that's not even when Tupac got killed, by the way. That's way before.
I forgot that happened, and I was like, whoa, okay, this is a big thing, because that's actually what started the West Coast East Coast War.
Exactly.
Which was not there yet.
No, because Tupac had a lot of ties with Suge Knight, who ran Death Row Records.
Yeah.
And Death Row Records was very, very, like, they were successful, but not only were they successful, their artists were flourishing.
Yep. He took care of his artists.
The producer.
Yep. So it was, the biggest ones were Tupac was on Death Row, Dr. Dre, and Snoop.
Yeah.
Like, those were like the big ones. They had other big ones too, but those were like the top 3.
Yeah.
And that what happened was somebody that was with Puffy saw that. And Suge was courting him and was like, "You should come to us, blah, 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 blah."
Right.
But here's the thing is, after that shooting, he was like, he was going to, but then he was like, okay, even other people noticed. They're like, yeah, I'm not.
Right. Because
I don't want to play with that.
Exactly.
Like, it's not worth
you don't want to play with fire and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It even, like, one of the other things, like, there was at this time, hold on, let me make sure that we're not about to talk about it really quick.
That's the thing, because the jumping, so it does get hard.
So there was at one point in time, I don't know if it was during this first shooting or if it was at the club shooting.
Oh yeah, it is in here. The club shooting is in here.
Okay, so definitely that part because that was before the award show. The award show is where everything really got nasty. Really got nasty.
Yeah, like they were talking shit on stage,
right?
Which in like obviously in that world is like a big deal,
right? Exactly. And so
I don't know why we both keep having to clear our throats.
It's because I keep hitting his face. No, like, but it's like. There were just a lot of things that happened. So after the death,
it is in there. So if you don't want to talk about it yet,
exactly. That's why I was like, we'll
and also Puffy was pissed off because Suge had mentioned that he's going to open a death row East Coast, and he was like,
"Why would you do that?
No, you're not.
Exactly.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Right.
So this is where it kind of jumps. So they kind of like leave that alone, and then we get like back to that, but then. The co-owner of Bad Boy says that Diddy walked in with like a bat one day into his office.
Yeah, and said that he needed to sign over his part of the company. He's like, but don't worry, I'll give it back to you. I'll give it back to you.
So sure. What? He cut his fingers with the scissors? Tyler, I would never have allowed him to play with scissors. No, he said, okay, go. He needs to wash it with soap and water and he's going to get tetanus. Those are metal, disgusting, dirty scissors. Soap and water and the foam stuff that's in there, the antibacterial foam stuff, and then put Neosporin on it. I hope this stays in there. I did not want him to play with scissors. Did I not say no?
No, you literally
and then he said,
no.
Daddy said I could.
Yeah,
who like, lets him play with real?
I'm doing art.
Tessa.
He was doing art.
No, this is why moms are moms and dads are dads. But anyway,
I'm like, next time just tear it with your hands.
So he was like forcing him to give up his.
Forced him to give up his.
And he said that he without saying it, he said it, but he was like he basically threatened me until I said okay.
Yeah,
and that people were like, why would you do that? And he was like, because I had to.
You don't understand Diddy.
Yeah,
like that's one thing. And like to flash back to the first episode for a second, when that guy was like, oh well, the kind of violent things that happened to him, he's going to hurt people.
Yes.
And so, and he knew that he had been like, like Diddy was a violent man, allegedly, according to a lot of these people in the,
like everyone.
He was a force to be reckoned with. He was not going to be stopped, period. And and there are some people like that. And he has like definitely some things going on.
For sure. I do think that there's like a mental issue there. But he basically said okay. And then, you know, years later, I think it was like 2003. Like it was sometime later. He was like, crap. And he sued him.
Yeah.
He sued Puffy. And
well, yeah, because he never got his percentage back.
No, yeah. And we knew that wasn't. I mean, I think he knew deep down inside that shit was not happening.
Well, because he also was the one that did the finances. And so he knew that Diddy wasn't paying back any of these people. Like, and so.
And he didn't fire him. And so that's why he was like, that's the only reason I kind of was like, okay. Because like I was still part of everything.
Right.
But. You know, so it's like that just shows what kind of sociopath like he is. Like this guy's like literally basically raised, like grown up with me. Like I'm talking from day one.
No, literally his upstairs neighbor.
I just straight up like screwed him over and I'm using him because he was such like a nice guy.
Right.
And he like still, you could tell he's like still just like he wasn't part of all that like nastiness.
Yeah. No, and
he was just like a nice person.
Right.
And you can tell that he totally got taken advantage of.
100%. And like he really had faith in Diddy. Because it's really hard when you've known someone your whole life to acknowledge their wrongdoings.
Right. And you could tell he's still holding back a little bit.
Because you want to believe that they're not capable of those things. Yeah. Because it's like, how can someone that I've known for my entire life be capable of such horrendous things?
Yes.
And I also do believe, this is my personal opinion, I believe he was sexually assaulted by Diddy as well.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think because the drugs, because the the producer guy that's that talks a lot. I can't remember his name.
He would drug people.
He
so
said,
they didn't like necessarily even know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He said if you were around Diddy, you were doing these drugs whether you knew you were or not.
Right.
And
it's crazy because he didn't do drugs for a long time. Diddy didn't even drink.
No, he was like anti-drugs for a very long time.
He wouldn't smoke weed. He was like, nah, there's none of that. And then we get to how he kind of started. And that's what I'm saying with the jumping. Because like in the first episode, it shows him drinking and stuff. But he didn't from the start. He was like actually against that. But he lost. So this guy sued him. He lost because they were like, there's not.
And like statute of limitations,
there was no proof.
Sure.
Yeah. They said it was too much time had passed and there was really nothing even saying he owned it.
Right, except for his word. And it's his word against Diddy, who has now become one of the richest and most
powerful
men.
He started getting power because he was winning lawsuit. Well, we'll get to the club.
Yeah.
But so then it jumps to Tupac getting killed.
Right.
So they were actually in the West Coast. They were in LA.
Yeah.
But now Diddy, this crazy ass mofo, becomes friends with the Crips in LA. So this East Coast dude befriends a guy who is in with them. And obviously I think money talks at the end of the day. I'm 100%. Sure there was lots of money involved.
100%.
Now it is alleged that one of the Crips got popped for I think like something else, like drug trafficking, and he was like, well, I got information on something.
Right.
So that's why people have their doubts because they're like, well, yeah, he's just trying to get immunity.
Right.
So he's making this elaborate story, but his story is pretty detailed.
Yeah.
But that's why there's no charges pressed yet because it's still just some gangster saying this is what happened.
Right.
And this was public news and all over the place. So really it's not that hard to kind of say that, but I mean, he had he said they were offered like $1 million.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of money. $1 million.
And especially in the 90s.
Yes.
Like inflation. I mean, it's not as big of inflation as if it was like in the 60s or 50s, but
that's like, a lot of money.
That's still probably worth at least 2.5 now. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. And he says that they arranged for them to kill Tupac. It gave descriptions of the cars, where they were going to be. They wanted Suge Knight killed too.
Oh yeah, and that's
they were not successful
the club.
With that.
That's the club thing that happened. So this like gunman came into a club, into the bathroom of the club, killed a guy. And it was Suge's guy. It was Suge's it was the one that told Suge everything that was going on. It was that guy.
Yeah.
And when the gunshots were happening, Suge was like, oh, there's gunshots, whatever. And Suge said that Diddy was like, no, don't worry about it. We're good.
Yeah. And he's like, how do you know we're good?
How do you know we're good?
How do you know we're good? But here's the thing is that lady that got shot in the face, she says that Diddy
Pulled
is the one that shot her.
I believe it.
She said, and he was charged.
That's crazy that they made that go away.
He was charged and was facing like
with
15
attempted
years.
Murder. Dang, that's actually crazy, but they didn't have enough proof.
The other guy that was there that pulled out his gun because there's shit going down. He got, by the way, nobody said he shot anybody.
Right.
Just FYI.
He just pulled out his gun.
No witnesses said he shot anybody. He did 10 years for that and Diddy did none.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
It is crazy because
that's crazy what power and money can do because even the I like to call him the co-owner because I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But everybody will know what that means because it literally just says co-owner and founder and he's like the main guy in this whole thing. He was like, I can tell you one thing. Everybody around Puff Daddy was getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Getting arrested.
Yeah.
Going down.
Yeah.
And it was never him.
Never him. He always had a fall guy. Every single time he always had a fall guy.
And everyone was like, he is the one that shot that lady. Period. I don't think it was on purpose. Like she got astray.
Yeah.
But he was pulling triggers. And then they said that the car that took them away, they found the gun in the car where Diddy was sitting. And allegedly that was the gun that was used. There's just so much evidence. Like it's crazy. But this is where people need to really, this is why we are talking about this is because people really need to see, especially in Hollywood, especially in government, especially in allegedly, all of these high profile people, they can make things go away.
Right. With money, which is crazy. And it makes you wonder, why do these men that are in charge, being billionaires and also Taylor Swift,
make things go away?
Why they never get in trouble for anything
ever,
and they also just want more money. And
why? Even if they do get in trouble, it gets dropped,
right?
Like, how does such a big, like, even the Tupac thing, the 5-shot thing, that was like, it just went away.
Right.
Like, what do you mean?
Like,
all of
nobody even really got charged with anything. Yeah.
Even just logic is there.
Right.
Like, seriously. And then, so Tupac is killed. He got shot, right?
I think Suge got shot.
Somebody said they thought he got shot in the head, but he didn't. But he obviously lived.
I know that I do believe that Suge got shot, whether that be Diddy or not. Suge had a mouth, so like,
right.
But that was the other thing, is nobody messed with him because he was so big.
He was big,
huge dude.
Yeah.
And so,
I mean, he is a scary.
He is.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. He was scary and he had loyalty.
And power.
And
yeah.
There was a difference. So Suge, I don't know if he used his money and stuff to like make charges go away. I'm sure that there were things that happened. But to my knowledge, it was never murder.
That we know of.
I think back
then things were different.
It was.
Because Tyler's like, now
violence.
he's in prison for something that is like not cool. Like, it wasn't like that's gangster. It was like he ran somebody over on set and like killed him, and now he's in prison for it. But it was like, I don't think it was purposefully, but like,
how are you gonna accidentally kill someone and go to jail?
But now, but then they're just like bullets flying, literally people dying, like things happening, and nobody going to do anything.
In California, they really still do have, and I'm sure New York as well, because those are the two main places we're speaking of. I know that they still do have a lot of really crazy gang activity.
Oh yeah.
They still do drive-bys, because my nephew's father, his brother was gang murdered.
Oh yeah, no, it is like, still very much
crazily by a car of girls.
Very much
by a car of
the girls. Are crazy.
I was like, are you gonna get?
And they don't get. Here's the thing. So they do talk about that, because even Tyler was saying, I think they've even talked about it on their show. Like, when you're dealing with like real street hood people, they're not going to talk.
Right.
Even about the enemy, even about like, it's just the rules.
You don't say anything about anything. If somebody tries to,
you're not going to get information from them.
You don't brag. You don't nothing.
Unless they're really facing some hard shit, and even still, some of them will be like, nope. Because Suge got asked, because they said that they think, because he knew Crips too, that he saw and he knows who did it, and they were like, will you ever say? And he's like, nope. He literally was like, there is nothing, even though they killed his friend. His friend, and like his biggest artist, he was like, I will still not ever say
and it's crazy because of everything else that's at stake, I think, is the thing. Because if he talks, you might as well say goodbye to his family,
right? Like,
that's what I mean. Like, and I think that, like, while yes, like, to a certain extent, like, well, not even, we do not have enough like law enforcement and people and just bodies to be able to actually police everyone. We don't. And it's not, and there are going to be people who are, the losers, the weirdos, the sloppy criminals are getting away with crimes. You think that the smart, patient, sophisticated criminals, you think they're not getting away with it?
Oh yeah.
I was like, if the losers are, then definitely the people that are like, and every now and then we'll catch a real bad guy.
Yes.
Most of these are just stupid people. Like,
well, I mean, even this guy that's turning, they call it like got flipped to basically say that they did this. Nothing nothing happened. He's still, like, you would think they'd have like this whole group of people all arrested, and they know that they're not going to get anywhere with that. It's one guy saying something and nobody else is going to say anything.
Exactly.
And then it gets even crazier, because now we're dabbling into the next shooting.
Oh, Biggie.
So you're going to tell me Tupac, well, and I think that Puff, because people also believe he was involved, right? With his own best friend's killing. Now, here's the crazy part is he's smart, because he knows that they're going to be like, oh, that was retaliation for Tupac, because of this whole East Coast, West Coast war.
Right. When his plan was to sacrifice Biggie the whole time.
His plan was to kill them all. I think his plan was Suge, Tupac, Biggie, all of them. Get rid of them all.
So that he can have all the money.
Yes.
Yeah. But
because Biggie gets shot and killed. And what is this I hear that he used his own money for his funeral?
I didn't know that because that would be insane.
I
think that's true, though.
He used
Biggie's money for Biggie's funeral.
He used his money to pay for his funeral.
That's crazy.
I see
because you're taking that money away from his family. Yeah.
And they also say that they think that Biggie was involved in killing Tupac because Tupac made the video about effing Faith. Biggie's wife.
Faith, yeah, I was like Biggie's wife, yeah.
So, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Puff Daddy could be like, there's a lot of
stuff going on
ways
here.
that this could not be me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wasn't me. Yeah. I don't know nothing. But also when people really look at it, and even the CFO, I call him the CFO. That's what I labeled him. But the co-owner, the ex-co-owner of Bad Boy was like, my mature mind is like Puff Daddy was behind all of this.
Right, yeah, because
all of it.
And I'll say that in hindsight, absolutely.
Yeah.
The whole thing in hindsight, absolutely. Specifically the elevator shooting, though, I'm like, there's no hindsight to this. We can tell. We know who did this. We know who did this.
It was a setup.
Yeah,
and he survived getting shot 5 times. So they just bore a bad shot or didn't shoot him right, or I don't know. But
and like even when he got shot the second time, he got shot several times.
Here's where it gets even weirder. So the CFO says Biggie, before he was killed, sorry, because that's important, was supposed to be on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Right.
He gets a phone call from Diddy that says, nah, you need to tell them, pull that cover. It needs to be me because I want to release, because everybody said that Puff Daddy was a horrible, horrible, horrible rapper and artist.
Atrocious.
They literally said he sucked. Like the words were he sucked.
Yeah, and I thought that was so funny because
it was so funny.
It was very it wasn't like in my opinion, it's like trash.
Right.
Literally when the interviewer was like, and how would you say that Diddy's music? He's like, he sucked.
He sucked.
He was the worst.
And here's the thing is like, everybody's like, producer, yes. Record label, yes.
Yeah.
Rapper, no. But he was like, no, I need to take it to that because he can't not be on the top of everything.
He wants to be their center of
So
attention.
he said, pull him off the cover, put me on the cover with my new album that I want to drop. And the guy was like, that's weird. We just Biggie's doing big, doing good. Doing no pun intended.
Because Big Papa had just.
Right. Yeah. He was like, and so Biggie was supposed to go to the UK to promote all this. He was going to be one of the first rappers, big rappers to go to the UK and do this. And Diddy also said, no, he doesn't need to go to the UK. He needs to go to LA. And Biggie was like, no, dude, he straight up said in front of people on camera was like, I don't want to go to LA. Right. There is a legit gang war occurring right now. Right. Tupac just got killed. No. Right. And he was like, no, you need to go.
And people think Biggie was involved.
Right.
That's the thing.
So he's like, I'm going to have a hit on me. Right. So this again, Puff Daddy is a maniacal
because Tupac and Biggie were friends.
Knowing this could be explained.
Right.
Yes, they were friends.
They were really close. They were besties, I would venture to say.
This stuff blows my mind that he was like, I don't want to go. And then Diddy's like, no, you need to go. And he was insistent. He said he was like, no, you have to go.
Yeah.
So again.
I'm like, that's suspicious.
So then he's supposed to leave from LA and still go to UK. So then he's like, no, you need to stay another day. And was like, no. And he was like, no, I want to go. They're arguing about it. And he's like, no, you need to stay.
Yeah. I'm like.
And then was like, let's go here today. It's so obvious.
Yeah,
and then he gets shot and killed.
Let's
go over here.
No, don't worry about that man standing behind the curtain.
And then he's like, it's 5 o'clock. Okay, we need to be on that corner. It's so obvious.
Hey, can you do me a favor and stand right here?
Can you do me a favor? Roll down your window. Stick your head out the window. Stick your head out the window.
Well, no, I just need to turn the car off here because we need a little break.
We just gotta asinine.
No, it's crazy.
So then he gets shot and killed, and then everybody is like, "This fool is acting a fool." Everybody knows from the MTV Awards the dance that there's a million memes about where it's when your best friend dies, you better not be doing this at my funeral, and he's just dancing around the stage.
Oh my god!
And that was one of his bigger hits.
Yeah,
was the song with Sting and Faith.
Yeah.
And he got famous from the basketball tournament. He is constantly getting famous from tragedy. people dying, people getting shot.
And what did I say? Demonic sacrifice.
So now Biggie dies, and now he's on stage acting like a fucking idiot.
No,
and
it's giving
EK.
It's giving
Stop. It's giving EK.
Stop.
It's giving EK.
Stop. Sorry.
Stop. That's all. Just stop.
Over a century ago in 1910, the Flexner Report, funded by John D. Rockefeller and the Carnegie Foundation, re-engineered medical education from a holistic, whole-body approach, which appropriately treated the body as an interconnected system, to a compartmentalized approach under the guise of specialized medicine. They shut down or consolidated medical schools, marginalized naturopathic, homeopathic, and chiropractic medicine, replacing them with symptom management and synthetic drugs. Allopathy is a marketing strategy rooted in fear and manipulated science. This philosophy carried into veterinary medicine, resulting in over-vaccination, unnecessary surgeries, and manufactured food, just like they did for people. They call it care, but it's predatory and based in profitability. The truth? Toxicity, compromised immunity, and chronic inflammation. They're not fate. They're engineered. And so is your power to undo them. We built 3 targeted formulas to return the body to homeostasis, for pets and people. To detox, defend, and restore. We are the correction to decades of corruption. We are vengeance.
So it's okay. So then there's that, and he's like, again, a hero. He's like, the family's staying strong. We're staying strong. He is my best friend. This and that, and then that's right. Basically episode 2.
Yeah, basically episode 2.
Everybody's dead. Diddy's on top of the world. Like, what world are we in that people are not like all his competition is dead? He's literally on top of the world.
Like, this isn't suspicious to you guys.
Where are we? Weird that every
Diddy's
time still alive. Nobody wants him dead.
Right.
He's good.
And do you
He's
know
in
what?
the clear.
I feel okay. So Diddy would have had them all shot and killed. I feel like had it not been for Snoop's ties to the Crips, and also Dr. Dre's, I feel like they also would have been killed.
Right. And they didn't like dive too deep into being his best friend or trying to be friends with his lover. With the man he was in love with.
Yeah.
So
one of the men he was in love with.
It gets so stick with us because it's getting weird now.
Yeah. Now comes in
Misa.
We start to really dive into the women of Diddy. I feel like episode 3 really, really starts to dive into
and how
the women involved in his life.
Ugly ass fool pulled these women up.
And also,
I don't care how much money you have. Like, what?
Yeah.
And he's not even a good person. And he beats them allegedly. Right. But they all say it. There's witnesses.
On video camera, we see, not Cassie, allegedly, he did beat Cassie.
But allegedly, everyone else also.
Yeah, everyone else is alleged.
Misa comes, and we'll just quickly, actually, he's been with Misa, and he's been with Misa since episode 1, I think.
Yeah.
They have kid, but now they're broken up.
Right.
Misa and him are broken up, and she's claiming that he doesn't even help her financially.
Yeah,
this man,
and I believe that.
They're saying he's making $60 million deals. His employees aren't getting paid. Mm-hmm. He's not supporting his children, his child.
Right.
Like, what?
He's just getting all that money.
He's just a piece. And nobody sees this, beside the people that are, close to them. Yeah. But the public is not seeing what a piece of shit he is. So then Kim Porter comes, and he was like, gotta have her. Mm-hmm. Gotta have her. She's, with people, friends of his, doesn't care. He's like, gotta have her. Mm-hmm. And people did say she was like a tough cookie, though. She's like, I ain't playing that shit.
Right.
I ain't playing with all these other women.
Well, and that's
which she ended up having to eventually. But
I think he,
Mm-hmm. And so she had another child. So they had a child. Mm-hmm. And again, people said that they would see them go into a room, hear abuse, and then she'd come out like nothing happened, but she was visibly, hair's messed up, her face is all red, like she got beat up. And so that's also alleged. But at this point, Bad Boy's skyrocketing, Puffy's skyrocketing, everybody's dead. Like, I'm sorry, it's not funny, but like everybody's dead.
It's like, how could you not see it? Like, the only reason that he's being successful is because he killed all of his competition, allegedly.
And then allegedly, now again, Diddy goes from woman to woman, so it happens quick. So keep up with us. He's dating J-Lo. Like, he's on top of the world.
Right.
He is on top of the world.
I found very interesting.
Do tell.
That they did not really include much of anything about J-Lo.
Not at all.
Like,
they were like, he dated her. Okay, bye.
Right. They're like,
not about
he
how
dated
their
J-Lo
relationship
anyways,
was.
Right.
Not about how she was. Nothing.
Well, okay.
So if you're going to tell me he beat all these other women, allegedly.
Let me tell you something about J-Lo, though. I have some friends who are dancers in LA, and I don't mean strippers. I mean dancers. Right.
Like
dancers.
For that type of stuff.
Yeah. Every single person that I personally know that has auditioned for her says, I would never, not even audition again. She is a horrendous person.
Really?
She treats everybody like shit. Allegedly. And this is just from people that I know that have met her. This isn't like, and I'm like, well, no wonder
Ben
she's
Stiller
like,
looked like he was miserable for pretty much their entire marriage.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah. I was like, no, please don't do that to Ben Stiller. I'm like, Affleck got what he deserved. No, like
Affleck.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, but yeah, I find it kind of like, I wonder why they didn't say anything. I wonder if J-Lo had her own little lawsuit being like, you can't say shit about me.
Yes,
I do believe that J-Lo would be like
she was
shut
like,
up. Shut up.
No.
Because I don't even think they actually said that he was dating J-Lo. They just brought her up. One of the
guys said it.
Yeah.
He was like, one of the guys he's dating J-Lo.
Right. And that is it.
That is literally it.
And it moved on to the next. Like, I was like, oh my God.
And this is when they really also start talking about like how Puffy's growing so much, but the company's growing. Right. But the artists that are making him who he is are not growing.
Can't
They're
even
like,
afford to pay their rent.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's his name's wife was like, we had to borrow money from my dad.
Right.
But his albums are selling millions of dollars. He's not getting royalties. He's not paying him. Like that's crazy work.
Yeah.
So then there was the shooting in the club. And that's the one where they found the gun, and allegedly he offered cash to the driver that had the car to say, hey, take the fall for this. Say this was your gun. And he was like, hell no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not going to go to prison for
what do you mean?
15
he was facing
years.
15 years.
For money that you're not even going to give me.
Felony charges. Dropped. That's not even the first one. The next one is he had already had a felony charge. So if a judge is looking at this, you have all these charges for felonies, attempted murder, a charge for assault because he was in that music video where he's on the cross mocking Jesus, and his very famous pastor friend was like, you know what, you went too far. I need you, like, this is wrong. And he was like, all right, you know what, you're right. Yeah. He asked them to take it, like, X the video, and they were like, no, are you crazy? And so he assaulted them, him and his security guards, with champagne bottles, beat them. It was another record producer.
Yeah.
And he had felony charges for that, got off on that.
Right.
Got off on that, like, with witnesses. How are you getting off on things where you are not? It's not even a
because it's at this point, it's very clear and obvious that you have an inside man with the NYPD, which the NYPD was notorious for being very freaking dirty for a long time.
So then he starts to say that the DA is after him.
Well, of course they are.
So, but then when you say that,
now
politics come in, and they're like, well, we don't want to make it seem like we're after him.
Yeah.
So he knows he's smart. I'm telling you, he's like a mastermind.
Yeah.
And so then he gets acquitted of everything, always, constantly. And that the club shooting is what I was talking about. The other guy, Cheyenne. His name's like weird. Got the 10 years.
Which is crazy.
He got the 10 years that Diddy was supposed to get the 15 for. And they were like, we'll just give you 10. So we gave somebody something.
Right. Somebody has to pay for this.
Somebody has to be part of it. Yeah. And everyone was like, it was not him.
Right.
Everyone's like, he literally, and that he had to just say, okay. He was threatened and they said, you just need to say, okay.
That's crazy.
And so he, like you said, is another fall guy.
Mm-hmm. He always has a fall guy. Like, no matter what, he always has a fall guy.
And that's when the CFO said everybody around him's getting in trouble, and people are starting to get tired of it. He said he was starting to lose artists, and people were like, dude, this. Now they're starting to see, like, we're not even making money.
Yeah. And then especially like with the polar opposite, you see Suge Knight and Death Row Records, and they're all making money. So you see that it's possible for your producer to be bankrolling and also the artist.
Absolutely.
It's possible for it. So
Absolutely.
That's supposed to be how it's happening.
If you're making $60 million deals, you can kick your artist some money.
Right.
Like,
a mill? You can't kick them a mill?
So do you see where we're at making the band?
Yeah.
So I forgot about that stupid ass show, Making the Band. But that's where Aubrey comes in.
Audrey O'Day.
Audrey. And
honestly, I will say, like, watching that part did kind of break my heart a little bit, especially because that I have, like when I was younger, like my mom would give me drugs to go to sleep and stuff like that. So like, I don't know that anything happened to me, but I could only imagine only knowing that something happened to you because you saw it.
Right.
Or because someone told you.
Right.
And so while I will say, like, I do think they made like kind of a big thing about it. Like they really like kind of like put the spotlight on her more than like a lot of other people.
Well, they said she was treated the worst.
Yeah.
She was treated horribly. They said she really wasn't that talented, and I think she kind of knew that.
No, I think she was just beautiful.
Yeah, they were like he made it clear, and she said at first he wasn't like sexual.
Yeah.
But then the people that won the show like they all said they got like stacks of paperwork that basically said like, we're going to make you famous, but we're going to give you fame, but not fortune. And they were so desperate, and they were young, and they were all admittedly like, we were just young and we were starstruck that we were like, okay.
I also forgot all about Making the Band until I watched
it. I
was like,
I know. And so
wait, because what band was that? What was the band called?
I don't, he made 3 out of it.
I know. Cause there was hers. It was hers. And then there was a group with those 2 black girls. And
and Diddy was in it. Was in that one with the 2 black girls.
Yeah. I can't remember everybody's names, but I know one.
Dynasty or something like. So then he would do. Remember how you said about the humiliation?
Yeah.
And they're like, so not only is he human sacrificing because people are dying, but he would make them. He'd be like, I want cheesecake, and it's in Brooklyn, and they're in New York, and he'd be like, I want you to run, and we're talking miles and miles, and so they'd like have to walk.
That's crazy.
And go get him cheesecake.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, and so they were like, you start to see that there's the level of belittling. So the way people described it that knew him were like, he wanted to break you down so bad, like so low, that you were almost like, I want to do anything for him just for approval.
Right.
But you were so broken down.
I understand that. It's breadcrumbing is what it is.
Yep. Yeah. And then it's Audrey or Aubrey. I thought it was Aubrey.
Oh, I thought it was Audrey O'Day, but it might be Aubrey O'Day. But I know it's
But
O'Day.
we know who we're talking about.
O'Day.
I could be wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
She said that then emails he started sending her emails that were weird.
Yeah.
And that were like, and he says some weird stuff. Like, it's not like normal, like sexting. Like, it's like, he's just weird.
Yeah.
Like, he's disturbed. And she said she denied him.
And he was having those sex parties with his sons. Sorry.
Yeah. Hold on.
That's sorry. That just
sorry. She denied him, and 6 months later, she's fired.
Right.
So she's like, and I believe that it's because I was like the only one that was like, no, you're like my boss. Like at the end of the day, you're my boss.
Right.
So then Cassie,
and the crazy part is they still drugged her and raped her anyway.
Mind you, through all of this, all these women we're talking about, he's still technically married to Kim Porter.
That's crazy. Who's dead? Or was that the first one? Misa that's dead. One of them is dead.
Still alive.
Hold on.
It didn't get to that yet from what I've seen in the show. But is that outside of that?
Yeah.
But so then he meets Cassie. And this is where it gets as weird as it possibly can.
She passed away on November 15th from natural causes. Kim Porter. Yeah.
November of this year?
2015. I mean 2018. November 15th.
Oh, I thought you meant this year. I was like, what?
No.
Right when all this
Imagine.
I was like, bro.
I'm like, Diddy, you killed her.
Stop it.
But yeah, no, she died of natural causes, quote unquote, allegedly.
So now we're going to get into it.
In 2018, when all, like, right before Cassie, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I'm telling you, dude, if there's anybody that he's known that's died, like the guy who fell off the balcony who was going to be part of this trial, fell off a balcony. I think anybody that he knows who's died, allegedly, I get it. He's involved.
Right.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Cassie comes in and shit gets weird because she's an artist. Like she's signed on. And everybody says they had like a weird friendship, weird relationship.
Yeah.
And they called Kim Porter wife and Cassie was wifey. Like, so basically the side chick.
Yeah.
Kim knew about it, wasn't happy about it.
Right.
But she said, she would show up and if Cassie was there, they'd send her off to go to the store or something because she's like, I'm not going to be here when this bitch is here. So eventually, not long after, Kim ended the relationship and was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm going to have my kids and you do you and you're gross. So Cassie stepped into that role of like the main biatch. So now I'm at work because says Cassie stepped in.
Yeah. I've been doing pretty
Okay. Paid her bills, but he also controlled everything she did. Like he would say, you need to wear this, even down to the perfume.
Oh yeah, like I think that's crazy. So okay, I don't want to compare myself to this at all whatsoever, but like I like when my man has an opinion.
Absolutely.
Like what perfume am I like personally,
because I feel like if they don't care.
I like to be enticing to my man.
Yeah.
And you should. Like, sorry, you should want your man to want you, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I like that, but like what they're talking about here is not like, oh no, like, cause like when my ex that I used to date, he would literally like choose my outfits for when we were going out. But I liked that. Like I enjoyed that. However, if I was like, oh, I'm going to wear this, he wouldn't be like, no you're going to wear that.
Yeah.
He'd be like, okay, that's your choice.
They said that she would have to wear down to the shoes, right? Jewelry, everything, because he said he needed her to be the like baddest bitch.
Yeah.
And apparently he was the one to choose what that is.
Yeah.
But
and I'm like, that's not to say that Cassie's not a beautiful woman. She is.
Right.
But I mean, come on.
No. And he would constantly tell her that her album was going to be the next big thing.
Yeah.
And so it's like, is she just doing this because like he's very manipulative?
Yeah.
He's very manipulative. And then enters the chat of the gigolo.
Oh, the hooker.
Let's call it what it really is. It's a male hooker. It's a male hooker. Enters the chat. Now,
instead of a hook her, it's a hook him.
It's a hook him.
A hook him.
Now, he said he was hired by a couple.
Right.
And went in and there was a woman in a robe and she was like, yeah, this is for my husband wants basically
to watch.
I don't even know if they were married. Were they ever married? Him and Cassie? But she said that. Yeah. To watch.
I don't think so.
You do this to me.
Yeah.
And Puffy comes out but is covered at this point because I think maybe he's trying to conceal this. Right. This is the first visit.
This is their first, yeah.
And then, he gets comfortable. But he was covering his face and he watched, but he was in control the whole time. He said, the hooker said to the point where he would be like, I want you to slow it down. I want you to, like, he would literally be in control of every movement they made.
Like, turn on a metronome. He's like,
and he'd be like, to the point where he'd be like, turn your head this way. Like you said, like literally.
Oh my gosh.
And so I'm sitting there like, dude, this man is actually mentally ill.
Right.
Now this is where the baby oil comes in. The hooker said that she was like, well, he likes, me to have baby oil on me. And so he's like, I like squirted some on her. And she's like, no, like, no.
More.
And then she's the whole bottle. So here's my thing. Let's get into.
Oh my God, I would hate to clean those sheets. Oh my God.
Not only would I hate to clean everything, but I'm sorry, baby oil is not for that. A and B, that B-ish probably had like 12 UTIs a day. Like that is not for sensitive areas.
No, it's not.
And if people are using it for that, they are mentally ill. Because
like baby oil is for your skin.
Yeah.
To make it soft.
Yeah.
Not for your...
They were using it everywhere.
Yeah.
And so then the hooker said he got more comfortable. This went on for 8 years. 8 years. But this one guy, like he was like their guy.
Yeah.
And he said that Puffy started recording it. And it was every 2 to 3 weeks. And then, dude, this shit is Tessa. So not only did he think the baby oil thing was weird because it was like an obsession, like it had to be a lot. He's like bottles and bottles and bottles of baby oil. So when people talk about the baby oil thing and how they found all that baby oil, like, right? Is he alive? No, he's in the documentary.
No, I mean, did he, like, what happened to him?
Well, obviously something, like, we have to come to the conclusion that something happened
horrendous
to him.
Like
something happened to him.
I think his mother did something horrendous to him.
Seriously.
Specifically his mother.
Seriously. Aside from beating him, I think they're like, I don't know if she sold him or what, or did something herself, allegedly. But, so then the guy said that that they started collecting and saving.
I'm reading that line.
His semen. And he was like, well, what are you guys doing with it? Because he's like, obviously that's like my DNA. Like that's my, and they were, and he was like, well, they save it up. Yeah. And then he was like, well, I make her play with it and drink it.
Okay.
Diddy!
Okay.
Allegedly.
It's like how...
This is all alleged, by the way.
It's like you can't be cuckier.
He is such a cuck.
It's not possible to be
he is
cuckier.
The cuckiest,
it's like
grossest human on this earth.
Have you seen Righteous Gemstones?
Of course.
Okay, so you know how they like hang from the ceiling and stuff on their shows and whatever?
It's the best.
I feel like that's what Diddy has going on is like
in his
he can be like going around the room any angle. He's like, I just want to
He's mentally ill. So now that he's like more comfortable and things are weird, he says that he used to just cuck and watch and have her drink his semen and save it and play with it and baby oil it and
so weird.
Has to make them move every movement and everything he does and how fast he does it,
motion.
how slow he does it. Yeah. Literally, he'd be like, okay. Then he started joining in.
Right.
Now, he never says that he did anything with him, which I don't believe for a second. Allegedly, he says that he just joined in, but with her.
Right.
Then, after doing this for 8 years, Diddy got jealous.
Oh.
This is where the mental illness comes in. So he has this going on. So now he maybe he's starting to feel like, oh my God, my control, like, I've had control of this, but now I feel so whatever was going on in his head snapped and he was starting to get jealous. He started
doing the drugs. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, you're right. So that's what, yes, it does say that now before this, Puffy hurt. Ugh, this is another weird shit. Allegedly his wrists were slit by Kim Porter, but everybody's like, no, you slit your own. Yeah.
Don't do anything to me.
Yeah.
Don't slit my wrists.
He says that she slit his wrists and allegedly, and everybody was like, no,
hold on.
Definitely believe that
I don't understand. Okay, like,
God,
Kim Porter can't hold you down and slit your wrists.
Do you understand how insane it is? The things that the whole thing from start to finish of things that he says happen the way they happened are like just mind-blowing.
No, that's crazy.
He's like a legit master manipulator. So then, of course, he was given pain medication, right? Because, I mean, they were pretty bad.
Yeah.
And there starts his drug addiction.
Right.
So this male hooker said that he would go from New York. And so here's where the prostitute, what do they call it?
The only thing he got charged with.
The
only thing he got charged with was
enabling
the prostitute to different states, like taking
and
the
so
prostitute
he would go
to
from
states.
New York to California, from New York to Miami, like wherever they were, and he would be like, they would go, like he would want me to do this for days, And he said there was times where it was 5-6 times in a row.
Yeah.
And then they'd break and then do it again. So like I said, this girl has to be messed up.
Well, yeah.
Like,
and I know a girl, and I knew that that's what she was doing as her job. But one time she said to me, she was like, no, and it sucks because like you look on my Instagram and it looks like I'm like the happiest person. Like I have like, multiple college degrees. I have all of this stuff. She was like, and she was like, so people want my lifestyle. They want to live this lifestyle. She was like, but what they don't tell you is if that man wants to have sex for 12 hours, you're having sex for 12 hours.
Right.
If they paid for the night, they get the whole night. It doesn't matter.
Right.
And and it literally broke my heart to hear her say that because she's literally one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life.
Then she has to.
Miami.
Yeah.
Miami is a dangerous place for beautiful women.
Well, and there's something deeper there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So it's like,
hers was, she dated this guy that unintentionally got her into it. And once you're in it, you really can't get out. So,
right.
Yeah.
And so then the hooker this dude says that Puffy said they were on X, so they would do ecstasy.
Right.
And then they also remember the baby oil? Mm-hmm. So now this explains the baby oil and why there was mass amounts.
Right.
He put GHB in it.
Right. And GHB, isn't that what knocks you out? That's
so
like
he would lace
drug?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He would lace it, but it was just, I mean, obviously now we're absorbing through the skin just enough. So they were just high, essentially.
Yeah.
Now he finally witnessed when Diddy got jealous. Mm-hmm. He said he had never seen it before, but he finally witnessed him. He said he straight up beat the shit out of her right in front of him and was like, what, do you like his dick better than mine? Like, and he was like, we've been doing this for like 8 years. What are you doing?
Right.
And so every time they would get in a fight, Cassie was a runner.
Yeah.
So we haven't gotten to the video what everybody's seen.
That's in the 4th episode.
That's it. So, but so that happened to be caught on video, but he said she was a runner, and every time this happened, she would literally either be in a robe or a towel, like she would run out of the room, and he'd be like, we gotta go get her, and he's like, I'm not doing shit, man. Like this is like getting crazy,
right? And
so he'd run after her and probably beat her up, and again, that one got caught. That's probably what happened in that video.
Exactly. It just
is something was going on. She ran, and you see that he's like, oh hell no.
Exactly.
So that's kind of where this leaves off, more or less. And it's only going to get worse.
It does, because I there's so much that happens in the last episode, and it also makes you think like, oh, there's got to be more to this.
Oh, there's got to be more. Well,
Netflix only allotted 54 episodes.
Okay.
That's it. They said you can have 4 episodes, and he made those episodes as long as he could.
Right.
And so
I can guarantee
there's so much more to the story,
because there's still people that probably don't talk,
because they didn't even really. There was not like and this is that. It's like, no, there's so much more information.
What happened with all the people that were allegedly going to be in this trial? Like Justin Bieber, like all these famous people that were going to be called in.
Well,
I'm surprised why they didn't. Maybe
one was, but it's anonymous. We're not allowed to talk about her. And people heavily speculate that it was Emma Stone.
Really?
Yeah. People heavily speculate based on court drawings, like character drawings. Because you're not allowed to, right? Yeah. And one of the people that I follow for true crime, because I'd be listening to true crime. It's called Rotten Mangoes, and she was one of the 10 people that were allowed in, or I think it was 10 people that were allowed in the courtroom. The Rotten Mangoes girl, and she also went on this whole long thing, and she was like, "Diddy's people are stalking me regularly. They keep asking me what hotel I'm staying in," because she was reporting like,
"Oh no,
and she reports like
people that are like he's."
Yeah, her reporting is like
allegedly, so don't come after us.
Yeah, her reporting was like the way that she does things. She I like her because she's a little bit sassy about it.
Okay.
Right? And so she was reporting on the Bubba of it all.
The what?
Bubba of it all. This is related. And she was like, She was like, now I'm not saying like anything that I'm reporting is just things that I have found on the internet. She's like, I'm not saying that my views align with anything like that, but on the internet, I will say this does look pretty gay.
Right. That's
like,
pretty much what we do too.
So
we just report things. They don't align with our opinions or
right. We are just reporting what we find on the internet.
We are not saying it's fact. So yeah, I love that. But so she was having his people
literally try to stalk her. She had to move to different hotel rooms.
I'd be like,
she was terrified. Well, she was terrified because obviously she's not going to say where she's staying, right? But there were these random people that would come up to her and they'd be like, oh yeah, like I'm reporting on it too. Anyway, like where are you staying? What hotel are you staying in?
I'd be like, honestly, this is not even worth my
And she would go, nowhere too close, blah, blah, whatever. Like, I'm, just in one of the boroughs, whatever, nothing crazy. And they'd be like, yeah, but like, which one? And she's like, just one of them. Like, I'm not, yeah.
I have an itch right here.
She's like, yeah, I think I'm switching, like.
Whole waistband that needs to be full of like straps.
I'd be literally. Like. I'm like, yeah.
I'd be like, that's crazy because. Just so we know,
it's crazy that you asked me that because I
can't have that in the courthouse.
But no, yeah.
If I was like outside, I'd be like, hold on, let me just go to my car that I rented and pull the 12 pistols out because I really would be terrified. That
I would have 12 arms all of a sudden.
Yeah,
like stop asking where I'm staying.
Yeah,
stop asking where I'm staying. Stop doing that. Stop. When
that is all. Stop.
When I send you this, I mean stop.
Oh my god. So we can free talk for a little bit. It's just he's
crazy.
Obviously a very sick person. Mm-hmm. I do think there was more sick people involved that probably are putting it a lot on him.
Yeah. I will say one thing, not in defense of Diddy, but in like I love Kid Cudi. Okay. Do you know who that is?
No, I know, but don't.
His music, Pursuit of Happiness, Day and Night.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that guy. I love him so much. Like, I as an artist, like, a lot of his songs really, really, really resonated with me in a really like hard part of my life. And there's this one, specifically.
Is he involved in this?
In the next episode.
Okay.
But, so I'm not going to go too much into detail about anything, but I think Cassie is fucked up for putting him in harm's way like that. I think that what happened, like, I will just say, I think like he's alive. Thank God he's alive. He didn't get killed, but barely didn't get killed. And just because he happened to not be at that place at that time, like
but literally. Do you think that Cassie is under his disgusting, disturbing spell?
Cassie was trying, in my opinion, trying to use Cudi to escape Diddy.
Okay.
But I'm like, Cassie, but Diddy.
Yeah.
You even thinking about Cudi is putting him in danger.
Right.
Like it's putting him in immense danger. And there's this thing that she does. I'm not going to like say it yet. You guys, if you know it, you know it. If you don't, you don't. But I'm like, even another person, like, she texted and she was like, oh, can Cudi come with us? And the other person was like, you texting me that on my phone just put me in danger.
Yeah, like, I don't know, you gotta go by.
And it did.
It reminds me of Pulp Fiction. Do you know Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, Mia Wallace?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, but when he called, when I hate when I get tired like this because
John Travolta? Wait, that's who it was, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but what's his name?
I don't know in Pulp Fiction. I've only seen it once a long time ago. I just know who Mia Wallace is because Mariah did that for Halloween a couple years ago.
Well, when he calls Quentin Tarantino's
yeah.
No.
He didn't do that?
Not him. He calls the guy where they get the adrenaline shot from.
Oh yeah.
And he calls him and he's like, I got her ODing. And then he's like, are you calling me? from a or he's like, did you call my landline? Like he realizes he called him on his phone and he was like, I don't know who you are, prank caller, and hangs up the phone. It reminds me of that where they're like, why did you just text me that? Like,
right, like why would you call
now
me?
There's like,
I'm
like in this,
I'm bugged.
Yeah,
like, I'm bugged.
He was like, I don't know who this is, I gotta go bye. But it reminds me of that. Like he was probably like, fuck, I just got this text and now I'm in this.
Right.
Now I'm in this
just
and I don't want to be in this.
Yes. A text.
Yes.
Because if I say something, retaliation. If I don't say something, more retaliation.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my God. And that's what I mean. I'm like, I do think that at some point in time, like, if you know, especially if you're not ready to leave, especially if you're not ready to actually leave, if you're ready to get out of there, get out of there. But if you know that you're not ready to get out of there, and you don't be
involved in
you were putting other people in danger.
Us saying not to get help.
Get help if you need help.
An abusive situation, but this is different and it needs to be done carefully. And sorry,
no, but cheating on your abuser is not the way.
This might get hate, but she wasn't unaware of what she was entering.
No, she a lot of the emails from Cassie seemed as if she was very not only willing but enthusiastically consenting to the freak offs.
So it's hard because do I think she was manipulated, abused, and a victim of a psychotic narcissist?
100%.
But do I think she was also somewhat blinded by the money, fame, him saying her album's going to go big, the fact that, Diddy was who he was, and she kind of enjoyed that also.
Right.
And
the power of it all.
Yes. So, not victim shaming or blaming
because
by any
she's
means.
absolutely
that does not deserve abuse the way she got it.
But victims have to take accountability for their actions as well.
Yes.
Just because something bad happened to you does not mean you've never done any wrong.
I mean, me and Tyler have talked about that. Like there's people we've known of that put themselves in a dangerous situation, and a knowingly dangerous situation, not got, caught off guard,
in
a dangerous situation.
Not like I'm wearing the wrong outfit in the wrong part of town, and
that does not mean they deserve it. That does not mean that they're not a victim, but that does change the fact that they took a risk. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even drinking and driving, you're taking a risk.
100%.
You're putting yourself in a situation where if you kill someone or yourself, it's not that you deserve it.
Right.
It's not that, see, that's what you get.
No.
But you're knowingly putting yourself in a situation.
Right. Like you're taking the risk, and you have to understand with the risk, there is consequences. Every action has a consequence.
Yes.
And while I do think that like what happened to her is extremely fucked up and she absolutely is a victim, I do also think that she put other people in danger as well. So it's like, yes, I feel so bad for everything that happened to her. Like I can kind of imagine what it's like to be with somebody like that, but not to that level at all. But in that exact same breath, like I will say, like, and because I listen to a lot of true crime, the way to escape your abuser is not to cheat on them. That is not the way to escape. That's how you get yourself killed, right? And I understand wanting to leave, and I don't know what I'm going to do if I don't have this. I don't know if you're going to have to give up your luxury. Right. You're going to have to give it up. You're going to have to live without it. You're going to have to change your entire lifestyle to leave this person.
Yes.
Those things are going to happen. You have to. Now, can you build yourself back up? Absolutely. Cassie is a very talented, like she is actually a very talented artist. She's not just like some random person that Diddy decided to put on a throne. She actually was good. Like she can sing and she could dance, and she's very beautiful. So the chances are somebody else is going to pick you up. Your music is going to end up, whatever.
Well, people like that though,
I guess would be afraid of Diddy.
Well, that I do think that there's that element of fear, but according to everyone that knows him, like especially with women, the woman he's with, they call them project. Like they were like that was his next project.
Yeah,
like
because I don't think he likes women. I think he's gay and likes to.
He's 100% gay.
I think he's allegedly a cuck for. I think he's gay. That's why another man has to be involved. But I think that he wants to do harm to his mother so badly that every single one of these women is a surrogate for his mother. Yeah. That's personally what I think. Not that I'm like a psychologist or anything.
Right. And this is alleged.
And this is obviously alleged.
But I agree. I think that a lot of men that treat that horrible to women, especially a lot of men that are womanizers.
Yeah.
I
was like, who are you trying to prove yourself to, buddy?
That's been proven. That's not us being man hating, because that's not hating on men. That's not all men. We're saying like a lot of times that's what's happening deep down inside.
Right. And I mean, there's been studies on it. Like one of my favorite studies is they
may not even know that's why.
Right.
That's the thing. That's what people don't understand. It's not because they're like, because
people don't think.
It's a deep down thing,
because people aren't thinking
don't know
anymore.
That's why they're like this.
Right.
They might not even know they're gay. They're not looking at a man and being like, "Ooh, I want that." It's not like that.
No. And honestly, because I'm bisexual, so this is something that I struggled with for a really long time, because for so long I was ashamed of my bisexuality. For so long I was like, why do I like girls? Why do I feel this way? And it doesn't start as like I have a crush on her. It starts as I am so uncontrollably jealous of this girl and I cannot figure out why. I cannot figure out why every single thing she does irks me, and I just want to see everything that she's doing, and I want to I'm like, oh,
that's interesting.
You want her.
That's interesting.
Like, that's what it is. And it would literally be like,
but you're ashamed that I
was so obsessed with this person.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I so obsessed with this girl? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm like literally like stalking her page, and I'm being a hater, and I'm like all of this stuff. I'm like, ugh. And I was like, oh wait, bitch, you're gay. Like, I'm like, oh,
that's interesting.
That's
interesting.
Right. And there was a study done at Cambridge University, I believe, and they tested a group of like 100 men, right?
Okay.
And they would show them 3 different porn scenes.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite studies, and I love it so much.
I know this.
They would show them lesbian porn, straight porn, and gay porn. Every single man who got aroused watching the gay porn
was angry
and homophobic.
Yep.
Angry and homophobic because you're gay
towards them.
Because you're gay, and it's all right, dude. Like you hate women, you love men, you're gay, and you're frustrated because you're freaking G-spots in your butthole. If you think of a vagina and you're repulsed, you're gay. I promise.
Well, yeah, there's that.
I promise.
Yeah.
Like, that is the one foolproof thing. Stop right now. Think of a vagina. Did you get sick to your stomach? If so, you're gay.
That's how I know I'm straight.
Then you're like, I did get sick to my stomach. Like,
yeah.
I think, I guess it depends. Like,
right.
I'm like, well, if I think of this specific one, then I'm cool. Like,
right.
I'm like,
but you're also not repulsed by wiener.
No,
so
I can't even get started on that. I have this weird thing, and I don't like to talk about it because it makes me sound like a pick-me.
Oh God.
But yeah, I'll just say, every single day, angry or not, I would still.
Oh yeah.
I have a problem because I love wiener.
But that's why I think.
And I also like girls. So,
but I still think you're, like you said, 80-20.
Yeah. I'm mostly like, I would say like, 70-30, 80-20 preference to men. I have had genuine feelings for like,
but that's
2 or 3 girls.
Different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then you're now going into feelings.
Yeah. And not just like sexual. Yeah. For me, I encompass that all in one. And I know that some people separate the two, but personally, I cannot have a sexual connection with someone unless I have feelings for them.
No, yeah, for sure. But yeah, so next one will be
wrap up. I think we'll do the wrap up finale, and then we'll do
the finale. But we should tell you guys what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say let's do the wrap up, and then also let's call it the wrap up and reveal, because I want you guys to be able to know how to catch people.
Oh yeah.
I want you to know how to be able to, like, it's like, but I don't want to go through his phone. Then shut up and stop complaining.
Coming from an ex-cheater, he's like, I'm telling you right now, the phone thing is not so that you don't catch stop your partner from cheating. Right. He's like, the phone thing is if they're not cheating,
right?
It's not a trust thing. It's the people that are like, no, I trust my man. I don't need to go through their phone. No, to do with that. I trust my woman. I don't need to have. He's like, that's actually the least amount of trust you can have for somebody.
Right.
Because you're like subconsciously like, no, I don't want to look through their phone because
Right.
I know I'm probably gonna.
It's because you don't trust them.
Yes.
You don't want to go through them because you don't trust them. So he's like,
having everything open is not a not trust. Like that's the biggest trust you could have.
Yeah.
So I was like, I agree. Like that's what I'm saying. Like when we were like, I have access to everything. He has access to everything.
I'll bring it up on a first date. I don't even care.
I've literally said, I didn't before, but like as I've gotten older, like in a marriage that I'm in where we do, you know, like you said, I know not everybody can or has the insurance or can afford it, but we're lucky enough to be able to go, and we go to, and just because you go to a marriage counselor doesn't mean something's wrong.
Right. No, but, I mean,
during that,
sometimes you need a third party.
Sometimes you're both. There's things that come out that I'm like, whoa, like like good things too. Yeah. Like there was one time he was like talking about something and he's like, you know, and I was thinking this, and I was like, he would have never said that to me.
No.
Like I was like there's times where I'm like, who is this person in this room right now? Because it's so weird that things come out that I'm like, he would have never told me that. But it's nothing bad. It was like good.
Yeah.
Like things that he was even thinking about.
That's what I'm saying. Like a third party thing, because a lot of times, especially like not just guys, like women too. Like you just get so caught up in the day to day, you don't think like, oh, they would like to hear this.
Yes,
you don't think about it.
Literally, he's like looking at her, telling her, and she was literally like, turn to her and like say that, and he was like, he like did. I mean, it gets kind of awkward sometimes, hello. But like, it was just like, I was like, why didn't you say that to me? Like that's like, whoa, I didn't know you were thinking about this or felt this, and like, it just gets you to. Kind of, like you said, like you're day to day, you're not going to be like doing that stuff, but it gets you to kind of open up,
think about
like,
it,
say stuff. But so I mean, like I said, we would love to give you guys what our hacks are from unfortunately and fortunately, because it taught us life experience and it made us a little bit of like who we are,
and especially in the day and age of technology,
but we know.
No, I've done some crazy psycho stuff, and I just want you guys to know about it.
Thing that you could possibly know to check. That I promise you,
between the two of us,
most people don't. Some do.
Some people know. I have one.
But even what did I tell you today that you were like, oh,
what? Oh yeah, it was about the like when someone like clicks on a picture.
Yeah,
it pops up in their activity.
Girl, I know how to check.
Like, what?
Crazy. I could know if somebody even like probably gazed at a picture for too long.
It makes me want to put like a keystroke tracker on someone.
Literally, I'm telling you,
I'm gonna know every single thing you
know about the. Okay, well, yeah. Do you know about the notes?
About the I do, because I proved a point to my friend one time, because I was like, she was like, I don't know. I was like,
yeah.
Now reply to me.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh my God. And I go, right. So go through his notes. What I'm telling you. And also like sometimes actually do go through his notes, because sometimes that's just embarrassing. You're like, what? It's like you can't remember. It's like grocery list, eggs. Yeah. That's it. That's the only thing on that. You couldn't remember eggs.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You put 8 + 7. This is not the calculator.
Like and obviously like we'll go over like all the hacks, because I mean there's obvious ones, like if they have a WhatsApp or what's those if they have texting apps like
Telegram, WhatsApp, Kik, obviously Snapchat. I still have Snapchat, and I'm an avid Snapchat user, but listen, I have some friends on Snapchat that it is the only way I'm going to talk to them. I love to send videos back and forth. Yeah, but
that's fine. Like, but we're talking about like if your husband, and I know, and the thing is, this is probably going to piss some women off, because we're going to say, if your husband has this, he shouldn't, and they're going to be like, no, it's fine. But we send each other pictures and we send each other snaps.
I had a guy before one time send me a picture of him and his girl.
Remember when you got an AI picture that said AI in the corner, but the person was trying to trick you?
I do remember that. They
and you were like, it says,
and I was like,
you're like, how come it says AI?
The
and they fucking blocked you.
Yes, I remember that. And I had forgotten about that.
It may allegedly have been the partner of an ex.
I do think it was,
or the ex.
I definitely think it was.
No names.
Well, I don't think it was the ex. I think it was partner of the ex.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so weird.
So be careful out there, because people can be sending you a male picture, like,
and it'd be a lady.
And it'd be another woman, or vice versa.
Unless you've met someone in person, just don't even trust it. Don't ever trust an internet entity that you have never met in person. And don't go and try to meet them in person either. Just hey, try
I think
real
that's
friends.
good. So we'll do a wrap up of episode 4, and then we'll tell you guys how to avoid a Diddy.
Yeah, how to get out,
or just avoid altogether. Because I think from the start, I could tell you now, in this moment of my life, in my ripe age, I can tell you everything to look through, literally up.
Because if he's a Diddy, it's not going to be pretty.
If he's a Diddy.
If he's a Sean, you need to get gone. Sorry. I can't think of any more, but you know.
I can't. If he's a Sean, you need to get gone.
If he's a Puff Daddy, you need to change that Hattie. I don't know. I'm sorry. And you better not use that, Diddy. You better not use those without paying me, because I made them
or
up right
50
now.
50, don't steal those.
Oh yeah, 50. I'll sell them to you.
Yeah, we'll sell them to you. And he's gonna do that smile and be like, no, I'm taking it, bitch.
No, he's like you can't copyright words.
And he's like, I have more power than you ever will.
I'm like, yeah.
All right, well, we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, don't
like
forget
we
to
said last time, like Diddy should have.
No, literally,
like lots of y'all should have, because y'all dirty and musty and be spreading STDs everywhere. AIDS is rampant.
Like, people aren't afraid of STDs like they should be.
They should be so afraid.
I'm like, syphilis can deteriorate your brain from the inside out.
As we've discussed, wrapping it up, it doesn't even save you.
No,
because if somebody be having herpes, warts, and or
choose your partners
wisely.
Any
of that, a condom, your little tiny thin rubber barrier that's not even covering your whole schlong. Ain't gonna do shit. You're gonna be having warts all up in between your legs,
and that's not even to mention a bacteria infection.
Yeah, they
you
think
can get
because
sepsis.
It doesn't go in the hole,
right?
You're
you
dumb.
Put something in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Touching skin to skin.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, guys.
Skin to skin.
But yeah,
and these girls be just as nasty as you musty men.
Oh,
so
they do.
How about just not be screwing nasty people?
Yeah, because I know a girl in Orlando that fully has herpes and just tells people that it's razor burn.
Or probably isn't having an outbreak and just doesn't say anything, and you can still get it.
And her favorite thing? Receiving.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
And so you're getting a herp mouth.
Yep.
And then you're going to go back to your girlfriend because I know you're cheating.
Yeah.
Like, I know this girl. Like, anyways, but yeah, so just, just be.
Even if you
make better choices.
On, you're still getting it.
Yeah.
Unless you're wrapping your entire body.
It's boy in the bubble. And then at that point, it's like, okay, I think that's what AI sex feels like.
Yeah.
It's
like,
gotta
what's the
feel
point?
like boy in the bubble. Like,
yeah.
Like we're pressing our lips to the.
Right.
Sorry, like,
did you see the girl? Okay. See, we could just keep going. But there was a girl in Japan that just married her AI boyfriend.
Damn it. I believe it, unfortunately.
And everybody was like, is this AI? And people were like, no, it was like on the news. Like, I know the news can be incorrect, but like actual news.
Right.
Like, it wasn't like one of those tabloids. And I was like, wait, stop.
No, but I believe it.
And she's in a wedding dress and everything at a church. And the phone's like this on a little, like on like a little tripod thing. Look it up. I need you to look it up.
Okay.
And she's crying and she's like, people said, I mean, again, could it be AI even showing like it's a news station? Probably, but it doesn't look AI. It looks real. Say woman in Japan marries AI boyfriend.
Oh no, it was literally on NBC.
It's real. No, that's what I'm saying.
It's on
this poor girl.
NBC,
and she's
CBS,
like, people say I'm crazy.
First Post, CNN.
She's saying it in Japanese, but she's like, people say I'm crazy because they say that AI can't have feelings. Yes, that's correct.
Woman marries AI generated boyfriend, wears augmented reality smart glasses.
And so with the glasses, she goes like this, and it makes it look like his hand is there, and she goes like this, and puts the ring on his finger.
Okay.
I've watched it and it was really hard to watch.
I would be so afraid. Yeah, it's on Euro News.
No, it's
even on. Wait, I believe it especially because it's Reddit. It's on Reddit too. Like,
she puts the ring on his finger. That's not there. And it's just a picture of like an anime guy. Like it's not. Oh, by the way, it's not even like a. You know, how AI can look like a real human.
I literally just saw it.
I'm sorry,
guys. All my anime nerds. He looks like Jin Sun Woo from Solo Leveling. By the way, I'm just letting you know this bitch married Jin Sun, and you could be mad about that. Actually,
so she's not even marrying like a realistic looking person.
Low key, he also looks like L from Death Note.
That's where we are, guys.
Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Help us. What was that? Why couldn't Diddy just do AI? Why couldn't Diddy just do AI crimes instead? Like, why?
That's not abusive enough. And
why do you have to actually beat the shit out of women? That's crazy.
And hire a hooker. Like,
yeah, I'm like, come on, like. Why are you like?
So
that's the thing. I'm like, you
so
couldn't
much.
find somebody.
Oh, and they paid him like $6,000 every time. Okay, bye.
That's it. Sorry, I feel like if I'm getting lathered in oil for like 48 hours at a time,
out here, I'm sure be charging $50. No, they charge like $100, $200.
Well,
these low level ass bitches.
Yeah, I'm like, there's definitely the lot lizards.
You're like, I'm gonna risk AIDS for $200.
Right. I'm like, again, to bust how many? One singular nut. Insane. The guys that are like, I can bust 12 nuts. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
No, you can't. Well,
you're lying, and you have a problem.
Exactly. You have a severe sexual problem, and it's not a sexual addiction. Something's wrong.
Something is wrong
because you're over. Yeah.
Like something is, in fact, that is not cum. That is like something else.
That is like, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. You're disgusting.
Anyways,
you're all disgusting.
Yeah. So yeah, just subscribe to us. That's it. That's all I'm asking.
Hey guys, instead of subscribing to OnlyFans, subscribe to some podcasts.
Start that.
And do something better with your life.
Start that right now.
Stop. Stop OnlyFans. And subscribe to Unfiltered and Unfazed.
Stop right now. Stop subscribing to OnlyFans. Especially when there's apparently child apps as well. Like, what the fuck? We're also going to talk about that a little bit, but that's well, we'll get to it. Anyways, I don't have anything else to say today.
I don't either. And
I don't think I should say anything else
today.
We
shouldn't at this
I've
point.
Said enough.
We should not be even allowed to be doing this.
No, honestly, whose idea
one of my favorite
thing.
Insults in the beginning was they just let anybody have podcast equipment nowadays.
And they sure do.
And they sure do.
And they sure do. And
we're
sure do. Some of those people.
We are. And you know what? Start your fucking own if you got something to say.
Start your own.
Start your own.
I would do some fake podcast beef with somebody if they really wanted to. So come at us podcast wise.
Yeah.
We'll go episode for episode.
Somebody said you could have a male on. I was like, our whole network is males. Like, shut the fuck up.
There's so many males everywhere.
I was like, so we have a male on that. Okay.
Right. Okay. Have you thought, have a male on? So stupid. Go listen to their podcasts. Why have a male on? Why? Because you're gay?
We should.
Sorry.
We should. Just everyone's gay.
No, I just love saying that. We could have a male on.
Tessa. Okay, let's talk Scott Payne. Tessa wants to have Scott Payne on.
Stop.
Tessa wants to have Scott Payne on. He was on Tyler's podcast, which she didn't even know about, and then found out and like died slightly. But so
6 hours straight, I listened to his book. I did not pause
your
for
biggest
anything.
fan,
honestly, truly.
And hit her up.
Yeah, I just would love to hear more.
She's like an actual fan of.
No,
like,
I'm actually like
and your
huge
book
fan. Like,
and yes, like
but it's
your
because,
book.
But it's because that like okay, first of all, I just love the way he sounds. We can just start there.
Right.
Just his voice.
She just loves him.
I just do. And I think it's so cool. Like, I would love to go undercover.
I'd probably be that person.
But I can't.
Even though I'm really good at investigating. I'm really good at investigating. Yeah. Like, shockingly good at investigating things. Like, it actually kind of disturbs me how the things that I think of to look into that are, like, not normal behavior.
No, literally. Sometimes your OCD really does get you there. You're like,
my OCD is a curse and a blessing.
Both.
Because I can literally think of things to look into that I'm telling you a normal person would not.
Right. No.
You might, or I might bring it up to you and you're like, oh, okay, yeah.
Right. I'm like, wow, I didn't, yeah. And I'm not a normal person. So
no.
That's.
But with that being said, undercover, I think.
So cool.
I don't know if I could do it.
I could do it, but my problem would be I could do it, but.
You don't think we'd tell somebody? Like we'd
How
fuck
long
ourselves.
do I have to shut up about it?
I think that within the first week I'd be like, okay, girl, I gotta tell you something.
I'd be like,
and then but you could trust me with your secrets.
Yeah.
Not really, but I'd be like, I gotta tell you something, but you can't tell anybody, and then you're gonna tell someone, and then my cover is gonna be blown in like a day.
No, my thing would be like, they'd be like, Tessa, are you working for the FBI? I'm literally wearing the jacket, the hat, everything. I'm like, why would you say that? Why would you
pull out my pocket?
Oh, just because I have a badge and a gun and a jacket
and
a hat?
like accidentally take out my other wallet, and I'm like, oh, sorry.
No, my problem is I would do too much cosplay as a police officer.
Right.
I would be like, oh, we're going to dress up. Like, cute. I'm like, CIA, like, blah, blah, FBI. Like, it's like, oh, why do you always, like, every time it's like, oh, no, I'm a sheriff today. Like, every single time you just dress up as a law enforcement agent. I'm like, okay, whatever, fine.
You're like, they're like, we actually saw you, like, go into
the precinct.
Into the agency.
Fully had a conversation with the captain and like, what are you doing?
Like, oh, I'm just pretending.
Oh, that guy. One of my sugar daddies.
Yeah.
That's what I would be like, what am I supposed to say? Like, because I couldn't.
Mentally ill.
Because I'm not a girl that can have sugar daddies because I don't like being told what to do.
Yeah. She's like, no.
I'm like,
and they're like, cool.
I'll just work and make my own money. I couldn't do it because like, I'm not funny. Like I'm like too funny. Oh my God, this is going to sound horrible. I'm just too funny and too pretty.
Like, I'm just too amazing.
I'm just too great. Like, they'd be like, it would really break hearts and I would feel really upset. I'd be like, sorry, but I really had to turn you in. I know what we had was real. It's just that
that's what some people like undercover say too. They're like, you actually become friends. Like,
oh yeah,
it's hard.
Like,
you build relationships and like you're homies with these people.
That was the one thing.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm not really, but
in the Scott Payne book that I like, he said that he was sitting there talking to like a guy. He was like actually in his house, and he thought for a second, like, you know, really, like we're so similar. We're like the same. He's just with his family and all this stuff. Yeah. And then blah 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 blah. And then he looked over to the fridge and he sees the Hail Satan thing, and then he goes, oh, okay, now I remember. Like, now I remember that we are actually different. And I'm like, yeah. Like I don't like murder and rape and pillage.
I was just gonna say pillage.
No, literally, I don't do those things. But you know, to each their own, I guess. We do have to go.
This is the first episode, so I have to say it, where I didn't say something was demonic.
I know,
but I mean, I did hear a whole interview with Scott Payne where he was like, "These people are demonic."
Yeah.
So
yeah, I fully believe.
Just had to throw a demonic in there,
right?
And a rebuke. So
right.
Praise Jesus.
Right. And again, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to do that. Because I know you be forgetting. We know. We can see. And also, please
subscribe.
But please stop requesting my main page. Thank you.
I literally have 350 requests on my personal page.
Not me. I only have like 40, but like
it'll get there.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, building. I'm never going to accept them. Sorry.
Not my main. I sometimes I think about making my main public again, but then I'm like, nah.
No.
They don't need to see.
But more importantly, like our episodes, watch our episodes.
Yeah.
Share them on Instagram. Share our reels.
And like, actually, if you are a kidnapper and you're like, you know, out there and you have someone kidnapped right now, put on our show for them.
Right. Let them watch it and then release them so that maybe they'll get so annoyed by our voice.
Right.
They'll maybe just be like, you know what?
They'll be like, I cannot. No, get out of here.
Yeah. So
and also don't try to kidnap me. I would not like that.
Everything we've said is alleged, so just be aware of that.
Honestly, we are women. Why are you listening to us?
Yeah.
We should be in the kitchen right now.
Yeah.
What are we even doing here?
We just actually suck at everything.
In this studio that's not another room besides that.
There's a lot of hair on the floor from my hair, though.
No, there's probably hairs on the floor from my hair.
Yeah.
This episode alone, I feel like.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
In the shadows, I found my light. In the chaos, I found